Ant Dec.
I'm Ant, and this is Countdown to the Brits 2000. There's only 118 hours and 30 minutes to go to this year's Brit Awards, the Oscars of the British music industry.
We've got no less than 23 big names in the house.
Thank you very much. Amen.
What? She reckons this year is going to be even better. So let's take a look at some of the music from 1999 that the Brits committee had to choose from.
I don't want no scrub. Scrub isn't better, can't get no love from me. Hanging on the passenger side of the West Train, trying to holler at me.
My name is what? My name is what? My name is Slim Sadie.
I must confess that my loneliness is killing me now. Don't you know I still believe that down, beautiful stranger. When you would be here in my arms.
Been a good year?
Hey, some good stuff there.
Good
isn't
music, good music. But here we are in our pod suspended above the Thames in the British Airways world famous London Eye, and we're joined by one of the stars of last year's Brits, Billie. Welcome to our pod.
Oh, thank you for having
Very
me.
nice, isn't it? Oh, you're welcome.
We saw you there with Bewitched, Cleopatra and
Yeah.
Steps in the ABBA medley last year. What was that like to be a part of?
It was a bit bizarre, actually. I mean, I was very excited about being part of such a huge event. But I think I really wanted to do it by myself, do you know what I mean? But no, it was great. It was fun. It was good to collaborate with all the different artists.
Now, this year we're seeing another big collaboration. We've got the surviving members of Queen and Five on stage. Have you got any secrets about the performance of Rich? You can tell us? No.
He's been getting out the air guitar a bit.
Oh, has he?
Oh, I know, and I'm a bit like, but, you know, he's doing his thing, so, you know, I just support him.
He hasn't been inspired by your red catsuit from last year. That's not come back out the wardrobe, is it?
I hope not.
Oh, well.
I really hope not.
Now, this year, the Brits have created the Best Pop Act category.
Yes.
What do you feel about that? Because pop's been so strong this year, especially in Britain.
I think it's a good thing, you know. I think a lot of people might say that, oh, it's not credible enough to be up for an award, but I don't have a problem with it, and I think that because pop has been so huge and taken off in such a big way, that people should recognise that and recognise the talent that is out there in the pop field.
So, obviously, you haven't been there last year. What do you like most about Brits Night?
Getting ready.
Is it?
It's like,
That's such a girl thing to
oh,
say.
yeah, it's great. 3 different outfits.
Yeah.
Last year it was the famous red catsuit, which I was a particular fan of.
Oh.
What have you got lined up for us this year?
This year I'll just be wearing something quite simple, I think, because I'm not performing, so not as much thought has gone into it.
Won't be something you just found in the back of the wardrobe?
No.
No. More thought than that, Becky.
Oh, sorry, I'm just, judging everybody by my own low standards. So what have you been up to then? You've been away for a little while.
Yes.
Have you been busy or have you been having a bit of a rest?
A bit of both, actually. I was touring America at the beginning of last year, which took a couple of months to do. And then I've been working on the second album.
And we'll be seeing you on CDK
Yes,
very
definitely,
soon. A special.
Very soon. Yeah, my special in Mexico. Shooting out there, so that should be good.
Thank you for coming down. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. See you soon.
Now then, the Brits are the awards that everybody remembers. That's because music stars from all over the world come in to sprinkle their magic music stardust everywhere they go.
Most of it out their noses.
Yes, who can forget last year when Robbie Williams got extremely high?
Then was lowered 50 foot onto the Docklands Arena stage.
Or when Belle and Sebastian received the Best Newcomer Award to a humongous round of silence.
We asked the stars themselves about those Brits' priceless memories.
Robbie abseiling.
This year's special moments on Saturday.
Now then, joining us now, one of the nominees of this year's Best British Female Solo Artist, it's Melanie C. Melanie, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to our little pod, our love pod. Does it look impressive?
Very impressive.
Very impressive. Now then, you're an old hand at this old Brit business, aren't you?
Gosh, I suppose so.
How many have you won now?
3.
And nominated again this year for Best British Female Solo Artist, as we said. Does that one mean more to you because it's the solo artist, because it's you on your own?
I don't think so. Winning any award's brilliant, whether it's on your own or in the band. I suppose it's more personal, and I get to keep it. And Emma doesn't rub off with it. So,
Where'd you keep them?
I tend to give them like to my mum or my
Oh, do you?
dad. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. If we won any, that's what I would do.
Yeah,
if
no
I
danger
ever
of
won
that,
any.
so no danger of
Right,
that.
okay. Is there anyone in your category that sort of frightens you, that you think, you know, they could do it, they could win it?
Oh, absolutely. I think the female category this year is really, really strong.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. I think if I was, you know, the judge, I would pick Beverley Knight. I think she's the most talented vocalist.
Now then, over the last few years, the Brits have taken great pride in getting a lot of bands back together to perform. They did it with Eurythmics last year. A few years ago it was Fleetwood Mac. Will they be doing it again this year with you guys?
Well, I'll let you into a secret.
Yes.
No, it's not. It's not what you want to hear. No, I would love that to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it would be fantastic. And I'm such an old romantic, you know what I mean? I want to see the Spice Girls all up there together.
I think a lot of people do. I think a lot of people would love to see
I
it.
would be the perfect time to do it.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't actually think Geri wants to do it.
Right.
So.
Now we're just going to take a look at the contenders for Best British Group. We've got Travis, Blur, Gomez, Stereophonics, Texas. Who's your tip?
There's loads of good bands in there, and anyone could take it, but I'd like to see Blur in it.
Blur.
Because I'm a huge Blur fan, and I think their 13th album this year was very good.
Good stuff, Blur it is. Listen, thanks for popping down.
Thank you.
Come by any time, you're always welcome.
Thank you very much.
And we'll take a look now at the rest of the nominees for Best British Group. For Blur, who released an album of passion, integrity and raging intensity.
And Damon had a little baby. Ah!
The fantastic Gomez with the singer who has the look of Bill Gates but the voice of a surprised horse.
And are they going to be the band who win Best Group? It's Travis.
The very Welsh Stereophonics, who got their name from one of their Grand's record players.
Texas, who are named after an American state, have a singer with an Italian name, come from Glasgow, and for the purposes of this punchline, are all Spanish.
What are you doing, Geri?
I'm doing it for a bet. My friend said if I could do loads of press-ups, they'd show footage of Travis talking about being nominated for Best Group, Best Album and Best Single and that.
Oh, did they now?
Aye, they did, and it's coming on new, all right.
For those of you who haven't seen the video for Travis's turn, this probably didn't make much sense to you. And for those of you who have seen the video, you probably don't care very much. Here's Travis. Carry on.
Yeah.
Is it going to be there? Yeah, find out Saturday night. Stay tuned, because in part 2, we'll be chatting to Geri Halliwell, Alex from Blur, Beverley Knight, and Pop's very own Joe Pasquale, Macy Gray.
We'll also be looking at the best singles of the year, finding out what effect winning a Brit can have on your life, and most importantly, Ant and myself will be seeing who can wee highest up a wall. Please don't go away.
Welcome back to the London Eye. We're dangling above the capital, and we're starting the countdown to this year's Brit Awards, Saturday at 9 o'clock, ITV.
Look at me. You can take it all because this face is free. Maybe next time use your eyes and look at me. I'm the drama queen if that's your thing, baby. I can even do reality.
Oh, it's so moving. Anyway, joining us now in the pod of the world's biggest wheel is the one member of Blur who doesn't get vertigo, Mr. Alex James, and also the lovely Miss Beverly Knight. Welcome to the pair.
Hello. Welcome to our pod. Now, we're talking about the Brits, obviously, this is the show. I wanted to say, Alex, you've been loads of times, won loads. there's still a buzz when you go down there and you're nominated. And...
Well, it's the big one. It's the one that your girlfriend wants to go to.
Oh, is it?
Well, it is, yeah.
What do you actually do with them when you've got them?
We lose them.
You haven't lost them, have you?
Yeah, they get left in taxis, generally.
What's the atmosphere like backstage?
I remember playing bridge the last time I went there.
With who?
With the MD's wife and Dave and the lighting designer.
Who won?
Me and Dave.
Oh, did you? I love the fact you can remember that. You just can't remember where you put your award.
There's a lot of big egos wobbling about, usually. Nice. You know, so it's great for that.
Have you met any of your heroes, musical heroes there?
Yeah, I always make a beeline for them when I see them. I can't help it. But, you know, I'm impressed by everything, really.
This is good, isn't it?
It's brilliant.
So Beverley, the best British female solo artist this year, that category over the past few years hasn't always had the best press. But it's quite a good category this year, and quite strong.
Well, I like Gabrielle, because Gabrielle's great. And for me, she just writes songs that are from her heart and, you know, they're heartfelt, there's a story, and she's a right battler, and she works hard.
She does. Alex, you know when you go up there, you know, obviously that in '95 when you won all 4 awards, did you have things prepared, and then when you got there you just thought, I'm not saying any of that?
It is a bit of a craft making acceptance speeches. I mean, the Americans are really good at it.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, it's just the way that they thank
Thank
everybody.
God.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. Mom. I love you, Mom.
It's true.
I love it when they choose to sing it a cappella. It's usually the Backstage Boys. We'd like to thank you for voting for us. That's my favourite.
What's next for the pair of yous?
Well, I'm a busy old Bev.
Yeah.
I'm writing the album, so... Phew.
And you and the rest of the Blue Boys?
I think I'm going to rebuild Fat Les for the
Are you going to do it?
Beverley, Alex, thank you for coming down.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Now it's time to take a look at the heavyweight battle for Best British Single, voted for by the listeners of independent commercial radio.
In the red corner, we've got Basement Jacks.
In the blue corner, we've got Supergrass.
In the cerise corner, we've got Moloko.
In the stripy green and beige corner, Robbie Williams.
In the red, green, purple, orange, pink, with little
This was your idea, wasn't it?
Aye.
Should we carry on in this vein, do you think? Or should we just look at a film of the nominees? Sorry, I can't quite hear you there.
Just look at a film of the nominees.
Yes, let's look at a film of the nominees. He men Supergrass with the fantastic Moving.
Moloko's Sing It Back takes us straight back to the 70s. She's going to do herself a mischief wearing Baco foil with those lasers around.
Blur went slightly country and western with Tender. Unfortunately, not enough for me to make a joke about it.
Come on, come on, come on.
She's the one, sang Robbie Williams, but will he be the one? You can find out on Saturday.
Travis, who asked, why does it always rain on me?
Well, it's because you live in Scotland, for God's sake.
Fatboy Slim with Praise You, the best performance in a shopping mall since Big Ginger did his special Roo dance in Eldon Square.
The Manic Street Preachers with You Stole the Sun from My Heart.
The Chemical Brothers with this track, which is also nominated for Most Profound Lyrics. Hey boy, hey girl, here we go.
And Sweet Like Chocolate from the surprising duo of ex-Liverpool manager and legendary American monster, Shanks and Bigfoot. You'll find out who wins the Best Single Award on Saturday, ITV and the Brits.
Now then, when you say the Brits, a few things immediately spring to mind.
Yeah, like when Nick Fleetwood and Samantha Fox presented it, it was absolutely rubbish.
We never, ever mentioned that.
I don't know.
Like the Spice Girls and the amount of times they've performed and won awards at the Brits.
Yes, and this year they're winners of the Outstanding Contribution to the British Music Industry Award.
Yeah, the four of them will be closing the show with just a few of their greatest hits.
But going it alone this year is ex-Spice Geri Halliwell. She's up for Best Female and Best Pop.
I remember the first British...
Up against for Best British Female Solo Artist.
We all loved her for her beautiful rendition of Knocking on Heaven's Door, Rise. It's Gabrielle.
Beth Orton, who's proved the biggest boost to the folk music scene since All Around My Hat.
Beverley Knight, the Brummie who's skillfully taken the traditional sound of R&B but given it that unmistakable Wolverhampton flavour.
Or will
plucky Mel C managed to stop Geri winning the award.
The other one which I've been nominated for is Best Pop Act, and that's when the public decide who wins this, and this is so far more, I'm far more interested in getting this one, I have to say. Pop music has had a bad name in the past, but I think pop music doesn't have to be crap. It can be intelligent and smart and funny and moving, and I would love to win this award. But just being part of the whole, show is, is fantastic. It's really exciting.
Good old Geri.
Good old Geri.
Now then, the Brits don't just recognise homegrown talent, they reward international artists as well.
Yes, one girl nominated for both Best International Newcomer and Best International Female Solo Artist is one of the biggest sensations of the year, Miss Macy Gray.
When Macy was younger, she couldn't even sing in public because she was so shy.
Now then, two teams of psychologists are actually looking at this and analysing what causes it. One team looking at why it happens, and the other one seeing if it can be caused in Lou Bega.
She still has to live her life on a knife edge because, like Bryan Adams and Mariella Fostrop, if she ever clears her throat, her career's over.
I'm really flattered. I'm really honored by that. I can't wait.
Well, that's just about it from us. Don't forget the big show next Saturday.
Remember, something surprising always happens, whether it's Chumbawamba tipping water over John Prescott or Jarvis getting up during Michael Jackson's set.
Yes, what will it be this year? Shock horror. Maybe Damon Albarn will turn up sober, or Geri and Mel C will make up.
Or Bjork will make sense. Whatever it is, make sure you watch.
Yes, next Saturday, 9 o'clock ITV. Till then, good night.
Good night.
Should we dance?
Come on then.
I have the crazy left